I'm in love with you, and I just can't help it myself. I'm in love.
Hello, guys. Hello. Give me a sound check. Let me know if you guys hear me okay. Let me go to full screen. I think you guys have me on good full screen here. Let me see if I can go a little bigger. on this. Awesome. All right. What else can I do for you? I can't do anything bigger on this. Trying to figure out if I can get bigger sizes, but I can't. Hi guys. Hi. Somebody give me a sound check. Give me a hello. Tell me you guys see me okay. Where are you guys? Okay. All right. All good. All good. All right. So first order of business, kind of like starting everything up. We are going to go to a true Asia session trading this week. We're going to take a break next week, and we're going to start for real at the end of April, and we're going to go hardcore every Tuesday, every Wednesday. Should be a lot of fun, given the fact that everything is going nuts these days. And oops, let me just see this. This camera is not. Are we straight? Am I straight? Okay. Given the fact that everything is really going nuts these days, and Asia session really becomes a super interesting trade. So those of you who trade with me in New York know that I love my BK scalper structure, but I'm going to show you something super cool. I'm just setting up a trade right now oh no, cancel. What? Hold on. Shit. Okay, good. Did it work? Okay. Boom. You see how fast that was? That was so fast, you guys actually missed the P&L. Let me look at this. Boom, right? We hit the P&L on gold right over here, so fast that I couldn't even blink. And oh wow, gold is just really going to town here. So I'm going to explain to you what I've done, what tools you guys have at your disposal, how you guys can get all of this for absolutely free. And those of you guys who are trading CFDs, I know you feel like you've been like the red stepchildren, because all we've been trading is can I trade alongside with me in Apex accounts on this? Just different structures a little, and some things are really much better execution wise. Others are not as good because of MetaTrader, but the exact same principles are very much in play here. And I'm going to explain all those principles. I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck is going on with gold right now. That is just a ridiculously huge move. We just moved. What is there news? What the fuck is going on? Let's see. Let me just look at Twitter here for a second, guys. This is not normal price action. Just bear with me a sec. The Twitter screen, because we're trading in MetaTrader and it's an actual program, so I can't. We're not trading in Chrome. I'm just trying to see if something hit here. No, I don't see anything. I think it just must. Apple plans to shift iPhone production to India. Blah blah blah. No, man, it's just Asia session. It's just Asia session gold rally, good old fashioned rally. Okay, so I'm gonna let everybody come into the room. Everybody's crawling in the room. I'm gonna explain to you exactly what we do, all the tools that I have, all the indicators I made for you. And again, as I said, I'm gonna show you how those of you. Let's take a poll actually, because it's gonna help me. And those of you guys who are, we're gonna do a poll here. Just one sec. Are you a North America citizen? I hope most of you say no, because this is only for non-North American citizens. But if you're in North America, you can certainly hang out with me. I'm just talking about the fact that the tools and everything else that I can provide for you is only available for non-North Americans, because it's for our partner out of Australia. And unfortunately, because of U.S. regulations, we can't, U.S. and Canadians can't trade CFDs the way they do. But I'm hoping a lot of you guys are coming to me from Asia, coming to me from Europe, coming to me from Middle East, coming to me from Latin America, all the places in the world where you could really go to town and really do stuff. And sis, Which currency am I trading now? I'm not trading any currency, but I will tell you this. Actually, you brought up a really good point. I totally forgot about this. This version of the thing that I just developed actually works on currencies as well. So those of you who are trade with me in New York are going to be familiar with some of these things, but I'm going to start at the beginning. Okay. So this is an indicator that is a copy of our BKBFF scalper indicator, one of their properties. We call it the range property or the turn property. And what this indicator does is it has a couple of very interesting indicators for us to trade. I don't know the better word. So it trades both price action and indicators as far as its input. And the basic idea is the following. You're going to see red candles, green candles. A red candle, the way we define it, is a candle where the low of this candle is lower than the prior candle, right? This candle has got the lower prior candle. And when you get that situation, you get like a little red dot on top, right? These are small dots. You can actually make them larger. If you want me to, I think probably for the purposes of the show, because for me, they're fine. But for purposes of the show, I think we need to make them maybe 4 size. Everything, by the way, is really configurable. As you can see, it's really cool. Does it make it any bigger? I don't even know if it makes any bigger here. Requires streak, user defined dot size on the arrows. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I'm not like, sorry. I'm not a, as you can see, MetaTrader 5 as an indicating turn is not that great. But anyways, you see them, right? I mean, the point is you see little red dots. I can see that. I can see myself on the screen. So the red dots tells you its close is lower than the prior candle. What that means in simple, basic trading terms is this: it's a momentum candle, right? It's a momentum signal. So within this particular indicator, there's 2 types of ways you can trade it. You can trade pure momentum, which is the kind of thing that I just did with you guys over here, where it was super fast. You know, when I get a green candle, I'm going to trade gold with a $0.50 target, $2 stop, just pure power momentum, and make that trade, hopefully, resolve 80-90% of the time. And if it doesn't work, what I do is I'll go twice or 3 times as large on the second attempt whenever I get that. And the probability of 2 trades in a row being wrong is very, very rare, very rare. But I do this in futures all the time. You guys see it. It's one of our key short-term scalping strategies. But it is also insane. I mean, you literally can do the fun part about it is we can do 20 trades in an hour doing this kind of stuff. But it also just kind of turns you into an absolute dopamine monkey. And by the way, we're going to go. The cool thing about MetaTrader is we can go to like a 4 view thing, and I'm actually going to go to a 3 view thing because Bitcoin is really useless. I'm not going to look at Bitcoin right now. Actually, I take it back. So Bitcoin on a 5-minute chart. Here we go. So this is interesting. Let's go to Bitcoin for just 1 second. So here's Bitcoin. Bitcoin's got a massive spread, right? It's like a 30-point spread. So you really can't. You got to trade this like with a 200-point stop, 50-point target. And I'm going to try and do this. I see if I can actually get this done. And there's about a minute 20 seconds left. You see how I have this special tool called Flash Trader. 2 versions of it. This is the scalping version, and then I have a swing version. Both of them are super great at letting me set up the scalp trades. Now, what's really cool and what's not available when you guys trade with me in New York is I can actually leave this in auto mode. This is a clear breakout candle, right? It would have to come back all the way down to over here to kind of retrace and lose its dot. So I'm going to assume this is a breakout candle. I'm going to hit candle close, hit buy, and what that's going to do is it's like putting your coffee on automatic. When you're going to, we'll just watch it together. When the candle closes, because it's very, very important, our strategy is always to trade the candle close. Remember, it's not a trade until the candle closes. It's not a signal. It's not a trade until it's a signal, and it's not a signal until the candle closes, because in between candle, there's always going to be struggle before they settle on a final price. And it's the settlement of that final price that really gives us a clue as to whether there's continuity or not in the trade. So, we're going to give this a shot. It's a massive ass candle. So this could be one of those things where we could be right on the trade and still get stopped out, but we give it a shot. You see how the spreads are just so massive. I'm eating a 50-point spread in Bitcoin. That's why I don't really do it in Bitcoin, but I wanted to show you the technique. Also, I'm trading super small, so I don't give a shit. So the point being is that I didn't do anything. My hands were up in the air. The candle ticked down to its 0 hour, and now it triggered the proper structure of a trade. This is something that I can do in MetaTrader that I can't even do in any of the futures. I have to manually press the button whenever I'm doing futures. I can't trigger on the close. Anyways, this is going to be pretty much a loser trade. I'll be shocked if this thing does anything, but it's like literally $1 trade. I made it super small because I don't give a shit. Let me minimize this one and get out of it. And let's look at all the other real instruments that we want to trade here. And in this case, we have from right to left, US 30, we have gold, which, by the way, oh man, shit. Okay, so let's look at gold. I'm sorry, I'm jumping around because there's so much to do here. Let's get rid of gold. Gold has a swing structure on here. Oops, no, I'm on the wrong one too. Fuck, sorry. Okay, here's my swing trade. Now I'm gonna sell gold over here, and I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do here. Oh, look, the Bitcoin's still keeping alive here. So I sold gold also super small size, just because, again, this is for demonstration purposes. I want to show you what you see over here. You see how gold over here tells you the stop should be at 50.28 at about 10 points. So I'm going to put my stop at 10 points right over here, right? I'm going to put my first target at about 5 points. I'm going to put my second target at around 14 points. Okay, I'm going to average out. So here's what's happening. That's super, super cool. Whenever you get an arrow, that's an indication that there is a turn in momentum, and there's a potential for the wave to go the other way. Now, this wave probably is not going to go this way because gold has been in a massive uptrend. So I doubt we're going to have the full reversal that we have here, but it doesn't matter, because the way this trading structure is designed is we trade in 2 units, right? The first unit is at half risk, and the indicator looks at risk as the highest swing highest point, and shows me if I enter on the candle, what is my risk to the highest point? That's my risk. Then what I do is I calculate half risk as my first exit and 2 times risk as my second exit. And the mathematics of that, as I tell you all the time in New York, is if I lose, in this case, I'm probably going to lose because selling gold is not the trade here. Buying gold is the trade. But selling gold on a swing basis here, here's 3 possibilities for this particular trade. I lose 2 units of risk. That's the worst case scenario. I lose half a unit of risk. That means the first target gets hit at half a unit, and then if I get stopped out, I'm plus half, minus 1, minus 1/2. That's okay. And then the best case scenario is the first target gets hit, the second target gets hit, and I'm 2 units to the good. I win 2 units of risk, right? So you would say, well, you lose 2 units on the worst case scenario, you win 2 units on the best case scenario. Like, where's the edge here? Well, the edge is when done right, and even when done wrong most of the time, it's not an even trade. Basically, what happens is the actual mathematical distribution of these trades, when you're doing it halfway decently, is 25% of them are going to be this, -2, right? So you get blown out. 25% will be minus 1/2, and a full 50% of them will be +2. So when you add those together, you're actually net positive. That's where the edge is. And if you are really good, you can try to get it down to basically only 15% be -2, and maybe even, I don't think you can get, above 50 in the long run, but sometimes you can get 55% on the plus two. So it's the mix of wins and losses that naturally gives you the edge, right? And then you can also obviously have a what do I call it? A bias. In this case, clearly being the long bias is the right thing. You kind of want to trade with trend, not against trend. And in this case, I took the trade to just kind of demonstrate to you what can be done for us. So the really cool thing here is that we can trade both scalp, which is just short-term momentum trades, and we can trade swing trades when we get the arrow. So for example, we actually have an arrow over here. Let's go over here. I have arrows both in the US 30 and the other one. So let's do it again. Flash Trader Plus. Let's trade this. I'm going to trade this for a full unit. Where's my lot? I'm going to just trade one lot here. I'm going to buy again. I'm going to buy here. And here it's printed out for me. What is my risk here? My risk is 50 points, right? That's my risk. So my stop should be 50 points. My first target is going to be 25, and my second target will be 100. And now everything is manageable. Now what's going to happen? Now the only you could call it an issue, or you could call it actually a positive thing, depending on your point of view. The only essence of this particular trade. Wait, what the hell is? Oh, I'm sorry, guys. So the problem. Why is this not working? Because I should have come in over here. I came in too early. Let's do this again. We're gonna. Let me see if I can. I'm just gonna wait a little bit here. It's probably gonna stop me out. I'm just. The reason why is because I came in so late here that my stops was way too short. But let's do this right now. Let's do it same parameters. My stop will be over here. The first position will be at 25 target, which by the way gets done. You see how my first position already gets done, and now I'm basically managing the second position. Now the wrinkle in the ointment is this particular this particular structure automatically by default goes to break even. Now some of you may actually really like the fact that you don't lose any money. So in this particular case, you make half and then it goes to break even. That's not my original strategy that we like to trade in futures. And I have to modify this particular applet to give me the permission to let me not to go automatically to break even. But for a lot of people, this actually is good because like right now, this particular trade did not lose me any money. It was totally clean, right? It was a super clean trade. And we made money on this trade. So like here's NASDAQ. We can kind of play around with the same idea on NASDAQ. Let's go to Flash Trader Plus. Trade this on a one lot basis. Buy it. In this case, what's my risk here? Risk is 34 points. So I'm going to put 34, the 17 on the first target. And I guess what's double 34? It's like 51? Oh, 51. Oh, 1.5. Sorry, we're using 1.5 targets. I'm sorry, it's not double, it's 1.5 targets. 1.5 gives me 2. So in this case, again, I'm going to be just watching to see if this holds. You will see is that at half target, this is going to automatically sell half, and the volume is going to go to half lot, and the stop will automatically move to break even. So we'll see if this works. What's my target on this? It's 65, right? 765. All right. Yeah, I'm in at 14. How's that? Oh no, sorry. This is the long target. It always shows you the long target. So my target would be like 30. It'd be like 733.30. That's where it will be. Okay, so we can watch this trade, see how it goes, see how it plays out. It may take me until May for us to have that, to have the flexibility to keep this. The reason why I like to lose money if on the second half of the position is because it's very difficult to hit more than one times risk unless you give yourself the room, the stopping room. And so what I'm always trying to do is I'm going half risk, 1.5 risk. And to reach that 1.5 risk, I have to give myself all that room, for price to flop around before it hits target. But this will be an interesting experiment to see how many of these trades can actually go to second target at break-even stop. I'll be shocked if any of them do, but it'll be good for you to actually see this in real life at price action and see if that works. So originally we kind of designed this for very, very short-term structures. So now we kind of, because we got a couple of arrows, every about 15-20 minutes we get these arrows, which are effectively swing trades. We've been trading that particular structure, but sorry, I'm just refreshing my screen on YouTube to make sure that you guys are seeing everything correctly. But we can also just spend all our time trading scalps, trading these little dots, and having fun with that as well. So there's lots of excitement in Asia for us, even when there's not a lot of action today. And obviously this whole week, the exact opposite. Asia is just crazy. It's going to have a lot of volatility, and frankly, trading scalps in Asia is almost just insane because there's so much activity just on the arrows, just trading the swings for us. We don't really need to do that. So let me go back to 3View just to see where things are going. So this is US 30. This is gold. Gold hasn't done much. And this is this. So cool. All right. We'll see how this goes. So this is crawling. I'm looking for the 34 to see if we can hit 34. By the way, I can actually do this, and we can do this. We can do this, and we can actually watch the prices up here too, which makes it a lot easier for us, right? So it's awesome, right? So what do you guys think? Do you guys, you like the tools? You like the structures? The indicator is I think providing all the information you want. Some thoughts I had is because the indicator is obviously using precise numbers, maybe that's annoying to me. We could just round it. It's a game of not precision, but just being in the neighborhood. Like I can round this up to a highest number and just simply give you, full integer numbers. Tell me if you would prefer that as something like this, where it's nice and clean versus, decimal points, which of course are going to confuse you. I never look at them. I just round it up myself to targets and numbers, because it's just being about generally being right in the position, not necessarily being in the wrong position. Speaking of which, by the way, so again, you guys know that prices were really, really sold off hard on the close, right? So the dominant trend in indices is to the downside also. That's why, right now I'm basically making counter trend trades in indices and effectively counter trend trades in gold, which are not nearly as productive as making trend trades on this swing trading basis. So here, by the way, what I need to do is just go here, Flash Trader. Sorry. Let's have fun. Let's do scalping. We're going to do gold on scalping. We're going to just buy this, and that's going to be, 2.5. Let's see if this works. Again, no, nothing is working. Because this was like the third or the fourth dot trade. So I should have been over here, because it's already, gold is exhausted. And again, I took a small hit on gold because I took the third or fourth trade. But the point isn't for me to sit there and pick the perfect trades. It's to show you the mechanics of how you can make these trades, and then obviously we can select much better ones. When you're scalping, you can only really trade one kind of instrument at a time, because you got to really, really focus on doing it. When you're doing swing trades, you can be a lot more relaxed on your positions. Right now, the swings are just in the contra trend mode, as you can see, because obviously we had massive sell-offs in the moves. One thing I actually realized that we need to add, because I'm missing this in the MT5 indicator is we need to add the long-term moving average, which is a 200 period moving average, and then you will be able to see if this is a kind of a negative trend condition, and you're basically buying sort of falling knives in a negative trend condition. I'm wondering if I go to a 4. Just bear with me a second, guys. Just amuse me for a second. I wonder if I go to a 6 thing structure, if that's actually going to be better. Let's do gold chart window, right? And then NASDAQ chart window, and then US 30 chart window. I'm playing around. Just bear with me a second here, guys. And then we're going to go to the full 6 conditions. Oh, why did this go to Australian dollar? Oh, gold. Oh, gold. This one, gold Aussie. This is the wrong one. I want. Oh, maybe I'm trading gold Aussie. That's why it was. Shit. Sorry. Australian broker. So they're XAU USD. I want a US dollar. I want the real gold. I don't want the bullshit gold. No wonder this was like so fucked up. Okay, so this is the real gold. This one I want to delete. Sorry, guys. I'm kidding you all. I'm kidding, but you get the idea. Aussie, US, Aussie. Okay, so let's do this. Oh, looks like something got hit. What did get hit? NASDAQ got hit on the first trade. Now I'm actually working the half. I'm working the other half. So I absolutely don't think this is gonna survive the stop. But we can all watch it. It'll be amusing. If this thing hits target, I'll be shocked. Because the very nature of prices, it goes one step forwards, two steps backwards, it's going to retrace. Now, if I had my original stop at the end, then there we go. So I'm at break even, right? It's not horrible. It's not like, I lost money on this trade, but if I really wanted to milk it, I really need that room to make it go, right? So that's just, the point I wanted to make. Let me organize myself. I think we can go to 6 charts, and it's going to make it so much easier for everybody to see everything. I'm going to close this out. Forget Bitcoin. I'm going to go US, and then NASDAQ. Okay, so let's organize ourselves. We're going to go to template. Because the reason I'm trying to do this is I want one to be for swing and one to be for scalp. And we can achieve that now because I'm going to put one swing, one scalp on each thing, and I'm going to put the settings on there, and you guys will be able to see it. Okay, so, all right, cool. So this is gold scalp, which, by the way, has like a negative move here, right? Let's have fun with this. We'll put a one lot on here, and I'm going to put 2.5. I'm going to put this in candle close mode, so I don't really care. I'm going to sell this, and so now this is all set on a timer. So it's going to basically do this, and this is going to be in swing mode, right? We're going to put this in swing mode. Flash Trader Plus. Put this over here, and now that's swing mode. And then US 30 is, let's do this one in scalp mode. And for US 30, we're going to use, what do we use for US 30? I think we're going to use 1040. We have to use 1040. No, 40 on the stop. 40, 10. Because otherwise it'll just be too fast. And then this will be swing. This will be NASDAQ we'll make this a scalper also. See, the scalp applet is super simple, and this one is going to be 1040 also. No, actually, you know what? We'll make this one 520. Let's see if we can survive that. That's going to be interesting. Do that, and then we're going to make this one as a swing trade. Okay. And now, oh, what just triggered? Oh, hey, gold triggered on the short side while I was sort of not watching. So we're going to go back to that in just 1 second. Oh, did I make gold? Did I just make gold? I think I did. I think we may see gold made target over here. So like, here's the beauty. You see me putzing around doing other stuff, and the thing is auto executing for me and making bank, which is really, really cool, right? Yeah, that's why I was reading. So those of you guys who have an accounts with ACAP, wonderful. I love you guys, and all you got to do is just simply add to your account. I'm going to put the link in here for those of you who want to open up the account. So my point is, all these tools, indicator, everything else, totally free to you if you open an account with ACAP for just $500. I'm going to give this to you, and then you're going to become a member of the BK community. Which, by the way, let me do that also. Make sure you join. Whatever you do, wherever you are in the world, if you're not a member of our free community that has all the why is this not working? Fuck me. Okay, here we go. I'm on my Windows computer, which I like at this point despise, because 90% of my time, in the US, I'm trading on the Apple, but I have to do this because of MetaTrader. So look at this. We're starting to really, really move to the downside, right? Let's go back to US 30. Let's trade. Oh no, this is the other one. Let's trade. Look at this. We got 7 seconds. I want to sell. Boom, boom. I'm in the trade. Let's see if this is going to do me. Ooh, no. Big retrace. Big retrace. Big momentum move retrace. Okay, I might have to eat this trade. Fortunately, it's a small size. I didn't do big size on this. Okay. Yeah, I mean, equities are just so negative right now. But this was the first big negative trade. Now, here's the thing that I wanted to tell you. These dot trades, these scalp trades, are really good, but they can be really bad when they're really huge. In other words, this is a perfect example of where this thing could be, it could go down over here, but not before it retraces and stops you out, right? So the bigger the candle, the more dangerous the trade is in terms of continuity, because it's got a lot of the continuity already built in. So I'm going to eat this very, very small loss. And same thing with NASDAQ. He just had a massive, like a 50-point flip in NASDAQ. So not productive to take that, right? Whereas I'm taking smaller candles, you can survive the retrace and get the continuity to get the scalp. Just a couple of notes to be aware of on this stuff. The other thing that's going to be coming up that's very cool is we're going to be able to create alerts on this thing. So if you want to have it alert you when the arrow pops up, it will alert you, so you don't have to constantly scan through the charts and look around. But you get the idea, basically, that there's just a lot of really interesting possibilities and functionalities out of this thing that you could extract. So I am going to go back to my 6-point view just to see what the bird's eye view shows us. You can see how active we can be just without even trying in terms of making all of our trades here. So let's focus now on what the next trades are and see what we can do. So far, no signals in any of this stuff. Actually, you know what? I just realized this. So this is brought up here. This is, I'm going to reset this. This is gold, right? Is this the US one with the applet? Yeah, we can move this over here. Since we don't need the information on this particular chart, I think we can go like this, and this makes it super easy to reset. And I'll make this into a full lot trade, and then we're going to do the same thing with NASDAQ, right? You can move that over here so you can actually see this. I'm just trying to. I'm really working MT5 to try to figure out what's best visually for us, because we don't care about this information. This is all the swing information. So when we get swing information, we can immediately see this. So let me know. There's a lot of people who are not in North America. 35% of you guys, only 35% of you from North America. The rest of you guys are in not in North America. That means 65% of you fully qualify for these products and you can go to town. So look at this. Look, gold. Gold is really, really going lower now. 54 seconds. That's a pretty good looking sell signal for us, right? Gold kind of losing it, that rally that we had. So I'm going to go to sell mode. And again, it's set up. But if this disappears, see the dot disappeared, I can just hit cancel, and now it's no longer a sell mode. super easy to do point and click trading once you kind of set yourself up. And you can do this obviously across multiple, like actually I'm looking at MetaTrader with this 6-panel layout. You can actually do, I'm able to absorb a lot more information than I am in futures where I only have 1 or 2 panels that I'm looking at when I'm trading. So gold just totally flipped around to the positive side, and we got 13 seconds. We can go, well, I'm watching this to see if it's really worthwhile for us to do the buy trade, but it's not. 6-7 seconds left here, not going to happen. So we're going to leave it alone. Maybe the next candle will be a buy candle. We'll see. But you know what is a buy candle now? US 30, right? US 30 is showing some strength here to the buy side. So is NASDAQ, which means that we can now set them up. I'm going to go like this. When it gets to about maybe 30 seconds left, we can auto set it up and just let it go, because very often the candle is not going to hold. Sometimes it's a big fake out move. But you know what's happening in Asia is kind of interesting to me right now. Huge sell-off in North America on the close. Let's talk about a lot of liquidation. You know, your guess is as good as mine as to what's happening with tariffs. It looks like there's a massive pissing match between Xi and Trump, right? Neither one of them, by the way, ironically enough, neither one of them actually has the capability to be arrogant, right? The Americans are kind of like got themselves into a serious jam because everybody in the world hates us at this point, you know, we're trying to bully our way into creating a kind of economic control over everything around the world by dangling our whole $21 trillion consumer economy in for everybody. But everybody's kind of saying, fuck you, we don't care. But on the other hand, the Chinese also don't have too many cards to play because their economy is crashed because of this massive real estate bubble they had and a huge amount of malproduction. So both, you know, Trump and Xi, who are just very, very getting out, by the way, a very negative move here on the Dow with 18 seconds left. So I'm going to hit sell mode. And let's see if that takes me into the trade. And same thing with NASDAQ, sell mode. I'm in. Oh, and NASDAQ, sorry, I didn't have this on candle close. So it got me into a trade a little early. But Dow is canceled. That goes away. Ah, shit. I'm going to close this out. This was not, you see how the dot went away? I rushed my trade here. Sorry, I was talking. It's hard to pontificate and trade at the same time. Let's see when we get a real signal, you know, a real trade signal on this. We actually do have a green signal on gold here. And since the price is below where we would have entered, oops, I'm happy to enter it right now. Cancel, enter it. So I'm long gold here. And this is not giving me the continuity that I wanted, but let's see if we can survive this move and if gold can actually hit TP for me. I'll give it a shot. In the meantime, indices are basing, but the very fact that they're basing makes me a little bit bullish here because they're not making any fresh lows despite the fact there was a massive sell-off. So maybe Asia wants to rally this a little bit. Or maybe they just want to take it up a little bit before they crush it again by the end of the day. Everything rests on the idea that eventually the two guys are going to work something out, right? We're at 104% tariffs in China. Clearly, that's utterly unsustainable right now. And sorry, I'm not looking at you guys, but I'm looking at the charts because I'm kind of watching this price action here. In the thing. So I'm going to set myself up as a buy in here. I'm going to set myself up as a buy in here. They're both buys. And then we're going to let these things trade and see if they work, if this works for us. So 4, 5, 6, 7 seconds left. This is going to trigger a trade. Let's see if this works. All right, so we're in both trades. You can watch everything on the panel over here too. Let's see if we can work this out. So I need 10 points on the Dow. Oh, gold actually totally hit. So gold totally hit on the scalp. On Dow hit on the scalp, and what do you call it? NASDAQ hit on the scalp. So that was good. Why is NASDAQ? Why was it? Oh, because this is a cumulative P&L. I'm like, what is that P&L going on over here? Okay. All right. So we're gonna just reset everything. So look at this. We're right back in business, and we made money, right? I took myself down fucking around to 99,000. Now I brought myself back up, and we are, I believe, up on the day. Look at that. Nice, right? No complaints. So that's how you work it. That's how you do it. For an hour in Asia, a couple of $100, not bad for government work, right? And we haven't even had many of the swing trades. We haven't had a lot of swing trades. Now, what I was going to say is, scalp trades you can do with size. Swing trades you got to do with smaller size, right? That's probably a conversation for tomorrow, because today I just want to kind of display and showcase to you the actual tools, because I'm so excited. We actually were able to replicate the logic that we do every single day in futures into CFDs, and you can see the logic is good. I mean, when you get the signals, the money follows, right? And hopefully you guys like the tools. I'll put the ACAP link again over here. All of you guys who want to sign up, it's very, very simple. You sign up, you send me a screenshot saying, hey, here's my deposit. I will, and first of all, before you do that, just come in and join me in our room. If you're not a member of our room, become a member of our room. Go out there, open an account with ACAP, drop the money. Then when you're in the room, just simply message me, say, hey, here's my thing. And I will enable a special area in our room that will contain this indicator, which I'm going to work on more and more to kind of refine it, make it even better, take some of your suggestions, and all of the execution tools. And you're going to be able to download them and install them. And by the way, those of you guys, oh, very nice. When did you, Gaetan, when did you just fund? Was that recent? Was that a couple of days ago? It'd be great. Just send me your, I need to have your email address. And oh, awesome. And so I was going to say to you, some of you guys are just hardcore MT. Wonderful. Some of you guys are like hardcore MT4 traders, right? What time was that, Frank? That was 2 minutes. Genevieve. Where are you from, my friend? Is that a yes, you are a lady, Genevieve. Are you French? Bonsoir. I'm going to Paris in exactly 4 days. I'll be there for the week. So I totally lost my train. Oh, I was going to say MT4. I have the MT4 version too. Both the execution tools and the bonsoir. Comment ça va? And the indicator, right? So it'd be awesome. Like if you want the MT4, I will say, MT4 is just fucking blazing fast. It's like it's 3,000 years old, but it is a really, really fast application system. So I'll have both of those on the tools, which means that when you guys join, you have both. So you will I will build both. That whole course. I don't even know what we're going to call this. We're going to call this Asia Power Hour course with all these tools and all these indicators for download. And of course, the really, really cool thing about our community is that the downloads are literally right then and there. You don't have to hunt around. I don't have to put you into Dropbox. I don't have to do anything. You can download directly from our website all the tools and everything else and install them right on your database. So it'll be really a lot of fun. Very excited. I'm really glad you guys are doing it. Wonderful. Just you're Gaetan, I think you're in the community already. Just message me when everything is done. We'll set you up. What are we today? Today's Tuesday? Today's Tuesday, right? Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah, absolutely. By hopefully Wednesday, Thursday. It's just been an insane day today, guys. Literally, and tomorrow is no better. Those of you guys, by the way, who want to see us, do a presentation in wealth charts tomorrow, 11 o'clock in the morning. I'm sure if you're in our community, you'll see the link there. Come join us. Kathy's going to talk about it. Oh, I didn't even get a chance to talk to you about FX. So we're going to save that for tomorrow because I'm already over time. We'll talk about how this thing trades FX just as well as it trades indices. It's just going to be longer term time frames, but the swing signals on FX are freaking awesome. You just have to go like on a 1 hour chart. They're not, they're obviously FX-like kind of signals, but they're really, really cool. There's a nice scalp trade in US 30. Ah, shit. I'm sorry. I keep fucking this up. I have to hit candle close. Do I want to do this? Oh, it froze on me. All right. Okay, now we'll let it go. Although this would have totally worked. I can do this all day long. It's like candy, guys. I can literally bang away scalping all day long. And I think what we're going to do eventually, once I have all of this organized and all the tools are really beautifully laid out, we'll probably do like half a session scalping, half a session swing trades, because the swing trades are going to take usually sometimes 20, 30 minutes to resolve. And we'll be looking for those once we get the alerts set up and everything else. We may even trade swing trades on FX and put those trades on, and then we'll just bang away and scalp away all day long, because you'll see how much fun it is to do that. So hopefully you guys like it. The tools are great. I'm glad the first session went really well. Even like the very fact that I look how clean this was, man. This was a nice clean scalp to the downside. Even though I drew myself down, not only did I bring myself up, but I brought myself up to profit, which is actually the absolute essence of a good strategy. A good strategy is not one that wins, but ones that can come back from losses. So hopefully you guys like that. Look at gold. Gold. We're going to go long gold here because, you can't have enough gold. What is it, 34 seconds? Okay, I'm going to put myself up. So again, when I have this properly done, everything is clicked. I don't have to worry about it. Now it's just going to automatically come into a trade. Oops, unless it disappears on me. And then if the dot disappears, I hit cancel and I'm out of a trade. You do have to watch this because as I said to you, it's not a signal until the candle completes. It's, I was using an example and look at this. And now this is like, wow, look at this reversal. A lot of fake out going on here in the price action. I was using the example that, like, when you're watching a play, right, and you have this dialogue between two characters, you're in the middle of an act, you don't know how it's going to resolve until the act ends, right? And the candle is very much the same thing. It's like a dialogue between the buyers and the sellers, right? There's this fight going on, and you don't know who's going to be the winner at the end of Act One until the candle ends. That's why the end of the candle, the completion of the candle, is so important to the signal, because that gives you some degree of confidence that there's some continuity in the price action. So hopefully that makes it interesting and easy. There is, by the way, this is a total. I don't know what the hell's going on here, but this is a very, very small, tiny little scalp candle here on NAS. But you can see, like, when you look at the price action here, what do we see here? Lows have been made, right? Lows have been made, and it's just grinding out. Who's going to win? If they can just kind of take out all of the highs over here and start pushing it through here, we could go to 17,000. We could rally big. But honestly, we need, I think we need more than just kind of wishful thinking at this point. We need some news catalyst to kind of move this around. We can't just expect overbought, oversold conditions to be the enough of a reason. Otherwise, we're going to kind of just be churning around. And now we turn negative, right? And we're going to go sell this. Oh, nope, cancel. It goes away. Nothing. Wow. Okay. It's really, you see how indeterminate the trade action is? It's just very, very indeterminate. So when it's like this, I'll leave it alone, and then we'll wait for a much more meaningful, cleaner signal. Starting to show up here a little bit. So let me put myself into a sell mode. I got about 1:44. Let's see if this is going to be the last. If this trade, if this trade does not, and look at this. Look at this. The buyers just keep buying it. They just keep buying underneath the levels. It's not a strong buy. It's not a strong sell, but it's definitely feels like the buyers have more of a control here. I don't have a signal. I do have it set up on a buy trigger, but I can always cancel it at the very last second. I'm just watching it because if it does turn into a green dot or a white dot, in my case, I can trade it. If it flushes all the way to the downside, I'll just cancel it out. Really, the price action went from being very quiet to kind of like, very, very active to kind of being super quiet at this point. Let's see what's going on here. Now, really not getting a lot of movement here. "30 seconds left. We might. Yeah, look at that. I'm staying in the straight now. I'm going to stay in the straight because we did break out to the upside. They started buying it. So I got 13, 14 seconds left. Let's see if this is going to play out for us. Let's see if we can get a play out on this thing. 3, 4, 2, 1. Oh, what in the center? What happened here? Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I must have hit the sell button. My apologies. I must have hit the sell button. So maybe what we're going to do is, since this is worst trade, let's just trade it. Let's just buy it. Oh my God. No wonder holy cow. I have it completely the wrong way. 5.20. I was like, I'm so dyslexic. I was like, how did I make 20 on that trade? It's because why is this not working? Oh, it's not giving me 5 target. Holy shit. Wow, it's so volatile these days that it doesn't allow me. So I'm going to close this out. Oh, this is so interesting. I understand. So let me explain to you what's happening right now. So I put a 5 target on NASDAQ. And because NASDAQ is so volatile, the brokers can't accept such a short target. So I think their minimum target now is going to be probably 10. Yeah, 10, because they accepted 10 on the US 30. So I have to trade this with a 1040 move. But anyways, we made money on this trade while I was trying to figure out what the fuck was going on. What was funny and was kind of ironic is in the other trade that we did, because I'm dyslexic, I totally mislabeled my trades. I put a 5-point stop and a 20-point target. And even with that, I actually made, it almost never happens where you have such a short stop and such a long target that you hit it. But because we had so much momentum, that actually really, really worked, which was, a miracle of miracles. Regardless, as Yogi Berra once said, I'd rather be lucky than good. Today we were a little bit lucky, a little bit good. So, it all worked out. I will get this more organized tomorrow, because obviously this is a lot of the stuff I literally coded just maybe half an hour beforehand in terms of the full changes. We'll organize the structure, the instruments, and then tomorrow maybe we'll do a whole FX panel, and we'll try to see if there's, we can trade FX signals as well, because I know many of you guys trade FX, and Asia, is all about that. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. Let me leave you again with the ACAP link and the BK link. So if you guys want all these tools, all you got to do is just open an account with them. If you already have an account, just top one off, and I'll give you a link to that. And here's the free join to all of our stuff. Be sure you join us. That's a lifetime join. If you really want like a lifetime trading community, that's what we're there for. Totally free. You can come talk to me there all the time, and lots of events. My partner Kathy puts out a ton of content for you guys. So enjoy. I will see you guys tomorrow. Be interesting to see. I mean, the big story right now in the Asia hour is: are we bottoming out, or is this just a pause and refresh? I'm going to start flushing this to the downside. I mean, if Z comes out on the wires and says, fuck you, we don't care about the 104 tariffs, we're not going to sell anything to America, we're going to flush to the downside. We'll see. Let's see if diplomacy prevails. Anyways, thank you guys. I know it was a little sloppy, but that's how trading is. When you trade with me, you get real trading, not this bullshit, you know, oh, look at my past, look how well I did in my past. You get the good, the bad, and the ugly, because that's what real trading is all about. And I hope you guys see that. It's not a straight path, but it's a good path. I'll see you guys tomorrow for New York Open, wealth charts, and then we'll do it again on Asia night. So thank you again. I am so happy that so many of you are coming in for Asia. I did not think Asia was going to be popular. It's getting to be almost as popular as New York, which is great. We're going to make it even better as spring comes along. Okay, so keep the peace. I'll see you guys later. Take care.